Amazing. Rocky, what is you?
I really don't think they flew 90 billion light years to start a fight.
Some say chill days so long gone, can't bring them back, no magic wand. Counting white cotton clouds, painted on the blue sky's shroud. And yet somehow that way is fake, with eternal hopeful flair. Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be a free days of you and me. I'm sailing! I just can't wait for 3 days of you and me.
He's been cited by Forbes, The Wall Street Journal, Benny Johnson, Timcast, Dr. Jordan Peterson, and even the U.S. government.
But soon they'll wake up to see the summer sizzles in me.
We're doomed. Will this never end?
When the hate and the shills stole your thrills, then took away your fun. Heroes gone, the stories rocked, and movies turned to mud. But don't give up the battle, 'cause there's a man right by your side. He's winning versus walkies every day. Marvin Montanaro. Let's all call on TPP. When truth is on your side, the fun don't have to hide. Montanaro turns the culture tide in the nick of time. Marvin is his name. Montanaro. Oh, sing it one more time. Montanaro. TPP. Marvin Montanaro. Haters can't hate on a guy so great. Marvin. Faster than a plaid can run. Happy birthday, Mars number Marvin is his name.
Marvin, I would much rather watch a movie of you fighting birds than
I
what
did
we
not
just saw.
think that you had that.
I have that. And Marv, I would rather watch that for 90 minutes, 2 hours than Supergirl. All right, let's hit the super chats, folks. It's going to be one of those shows. We are here live out of the theater. I saw this with some other YouTubers. And when the movie was over, I turned to the other YouTubers and I said, that's 2 hours of my life I can never have back again. Magical Girl Jonas for $1.99. I hope you've had a love and sparkle-filled day, Charlie. Charlie, love and sparkles and love.
Been a lot of developments with Magical Girl Jonas in the last hour or two.
By the way, Marv, I've heard that we'll back out just a minute to play the song. I've heard there's a song now, the theme song
yes,
for
the one and only Cara Brown of Ripaverse fame has put her considerable talents with the English language to work to write and produce a Magical Girl Jonas song.
All right, folks, here's the deal. 300 of you have joined us right now for a Supergirl review, and instead we're going to play the Magical Girl Jonas song and pray that you'll stay with us through this. Yes. But here you go. It's deep. It's a deep cut right now. This one from Miss Carol Brown, the greatest song we've ever played.
Fighting means by moonlight, coming to the movie the one. Magical girl, comic, cinema, books, history, gaming, mythology, philosophy, with references nobody expected to see. He is the one. Magical girl, Jonas. Fighting memes by moonlight, commenting on movies by daylight, keeping every sentence clean and polite. He is the one. Magical girl, Jonas. He is the one. Magical girl, Jonas. Never dropping one forbidden.
Marv? That's the best magical girl music I've heard since Rainbow Bright was around in the 80s.
Yep. I said to Kara, I'm just like, well, this is his ringtone now on my phone.
We're gonna do something with that. Hang tight.
Yep.
Flying Blind is out there for 2. Time for Magical Girl Jonas. We played it because we knew we could not keep that away from the rest of you.
No.
Mark Fields for 199. My condolences. Positive vibes to you.
It was rough.
And Packing Protons dropping 5. New YouTube icon to celebrate socialism. Still think 25 million is not on the table for Supergirl 3-day. It's going to make 25 mil, but it's dead after the first weekend.
I don't know if it makes 35. It's if it makes 40, I'll be shocked.
Well, I predicted 38, and I've been there, and I'm going to stay there because it would be wrong of me now to switch and move, Marv. But this movie's dead after the first weekend. It's just dead.
Let me tell you, when I went into my theater to see it, I looked over at the Dolby, and big sign outside the Dolby theater that said Toy Story 5.
There you go, Toy Story 5. Folks, we are we've got a super chat goal out there, and by the way, we appreciate the gift of memberships because next week we are going to have a number of member exclusive moments, live streams. A Club 23 is on the way. We'll have announcements and all of that. So thank you to everybody who's gifting memberships out there. Marv, so that stops happening. We'll just do that right there. And let's take a look and see right now coming to us from Tender Warrior. We've got 5 wonderful WDW Pro memberships. Tender Warrior, it's so good to see you. Thank you. Folks, we couldn't do any of this without you guys. We appreciate it. Oh, boy.
So the people that you went to see this movie with, were they people that liked Superman?
Moderately so.
Okay.
I don't think they enjoyed this one.
Yeah, because I'm interested to see how the people who liked the Superman movie actually feel about this.
The FTM 22 member for 8 months, watching Pro dance to Magical Girl Jonas song was amazing. Thank you. Hey, it's our pleasure. I've been static. I've been stuck for so long with that still image. I got to move now.
Yep. Well, Carol Brown is also going to be... Jonas is busy tomorrow at noon for when we normally do Extra Magic with Jonas and Marv. Caro is filling in again. So it's going to be Extra Magic with Caro and Marv tomorrow. And look at this. Bald Hoplite is hopping in and dropping an amazing 10. Thank you. I'm telling you, folks. We have the greatest community online, and it's every time we wake up, we say, how did we get so lucky? How are we so blessed to have this crew hanging out with us? So, folks, wherever we are right now, I'm in somewhere sunny USA. Marv is close to the mouse, but we are everywhere you are. So wherever you have invited us tonight, or in the morning, or the afternoon, because we're all over the world, we want to thank you. Thank you for bringing us into your time, into your day, and we're going to have a good time in just a minute. Talking about Supergirl. First, let's celebrate the right way.
You're the one who's out of this world, sweet baby. You're the one who's out of this world.
Perfect.
John Maynard for $4.99 says, if people want to bring in more people, they just need to let people realize the anti-Christian pro-evolution views from the book Project Hail Mary. John, I wish I could comment on it, but I have not read the book. I've only seen the movie, and I can tell you that the movie seemed to me to be very pro-Christian, actually, in terms of the principles and the idea of self-sacrifice and giving up your own life for a friend. I think that's about as core a tenet of Christianity. Now, the book may be different. I don't know. And I would be interested.
Really good things about the book. I have good friends that I trust who've told me it's a tremendous book.
I don't know. I would love to get the chance to talk with Andy Weir author of the book and obviously the guy in charge of the movie, and find out his thoughts on that. That would be a very interesting conversation. Maybe one day.
After his interview with Critical Drinker, I don't think he's doing any YouTube interviews.
You never know. You never know. YouTube's where it's at now. I mean, that's just the way it works. iRate is out there for 2. Just wait until you see what I'm working on.
Yeah, I think Caro kind of stole irate specialist's thunder.
I'm worried now. I'm deeply worried. Folks, we got to get to 15 tonight. If we do, we're going to take a look at all of my reviews for the year because I am tired, Marv. I'm tired of negative. We cover the news. The news is negative, I know. And we work through that. We do it with a smile and we put a little sunshine on it. But Marv, after the beginning of the year, I was so happy. Mm-hmm. The movies were healing again. Project Hail Mary, the movie, was great. Michael was a really good movie. Even if Michael the man had issues, the movie itself was a very, very good movie. Even Toy Story, it's a girl's movie, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, it wasn't Hopper's bad.
No.
But I have now suffered through Animal Farm, through Disclosure Day, and now through Supergirl, Marvin. And I'm fatigued.
And you didn't go see The Furious, which you should have done because it would have given you hope.
That's the remedy. Yeah. The remedy. Chief William Schweiker for 2. Magical Girl Jonas is the new summer sizzle. Don't make Pedro cry.
Version.
It's so drab. Kind of like this movie. Marv, shall we dive into Supergirl and why we think this movie might be the end of James Gunn's DC?
If we must.
We must. We saw it, so we're not going to suffer for nothing around here, Marv. Yep. All right, folks, we've been there. We've seen it. We've been in the theaters. And, boy, Supergirl is, well, it's something, Marv. If I could express what it is, you had something to say?
Yeah, remember when Superman got beat up for his entire movie? Like, beat up by everybody?
Yep.
And remember when that didn't happen in this movie, when she just beats up everybody even when she doesn't have powers?
Marv, do you see the color of the image on the screen?
Drab.
It's the color of brown or rust.
Yeah.
And I would just say that is the flavor of this film the entire way through. If you remember Snow White, how yellow it was, just covered in yellow. Mm-hmm. This movie is brown and rusty and dusty and dirty the entire way through. It starts off with Crypto peeing on a picture of Superman. Marv, I never thought that we needed a movie where Supergirl both vomits and pees on screen
with the door open
in the same movie, but it's here.
Open. You see her underpants. Yeah.
It's here. We call those panties, Marv.
Well,
just letting you know.
Thought Marv would be more palatable.
Yeah, it probably is. You're right. Captain Underpants. That's the new name for Millie Alcock.
I mean, this movie is feminist slop at its worst. Even the trailers before this movie, every trailer was for some kind of female-centric movie, and of the 8 people that were in my theater, none of them were women. It is
a really bad movie. Here's Crypto, and this is at the very beginning. Folks, we are going to spoil the film because you just can't spoil it. There's no story here.
We're doing you a favor by spoiling it, honestly, because then you won't go see it. Can I give a warning? Before we start this, actually, I think
before we even get to the number, Marvin, we can just say we both agree you should not. I mean, I'm not telling you if you want to go see it, but I'm telling you I've seen it and I wish I had not.
I feel like I need to give just a blanket warning to everybody that's thinking about going to see this movie. Seth Rogen is in this movie.
That's right. He does have one funny line. It's the only funny line in the entire movie.
And I think we covered it on that Park Place that he was going to have a cameo in it, and I had completely forgotten about it.
You blocked it out.
And so when he popped up, I was like, "You're kidding me."
So this is a movie. I'm gonna break down the plot, and there's not a lot to the plot. Okay, Supergirl is out drinking in some sort of redneck planet where she has no powers, and on redneck planet where she's drinking, a little girl who looks like she's about 9 years old, a little Asian girl. She's Asian, but she's not from Asia. So anyway, if she's from Redneck Planet, her family is killed because they make good sharp sword thingies. They're killed by the patriarchy. And I actually mean that.
The patriarchy, who I described this to a friend of mine as, imagine if you had an entire bad guy group, and every single one of them was Taserface from Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yep.
They're all Taserface.
So Taserface patriarchy bad guy kills her family for no good reason, leaves her alive for no good reason. It's never explained why he kills them. We have no idea why he wants anything they're making. It's just swords. It's silly. And the girl, what's the name of the guy from Princess Bride who says, my name is...
Inigo Montoya.
Okay, she turns into him and goes to the bar where Supergirl is drinking and demands somebody help her. And this, I thought for a minute we're going to get a really bad Temu version of True Grit. But the patriarchy shows up again for no reason, no particular reason, but they show up at the bar and they shoot the dog at Supergirl's spaceship.
That is the first ever time in a movie where a dog has been shot, and I have had no reaction to it.
Yep. So the dog gets shot, and that makes Supergirl mad, sad, whatever, and she decides to go fight the patriarchy. And it turns out, Marv, that the patriarchy is actually involved in underage brides that are being forced. I'm not making this up, folks. This is a Supergirl strip. They are harvesting brides from across this planet because they themselves, they are of a species that cannot produce women. How you can be a species and mate with another species to produce more of your kind, I don't know. And nobody, it's just an awful script. So Marv, but they're hijacking underage brides for this.
They are.
Supergirl, unbeknownst to her, so she hops a redneck bus with more taser faces, space bus, with Seth Rogen driving, and Asian, what do you want to call her?
Space Asian. Spasian.
Spasian is there. She snuck onto the bus, and Supergirl beats up some bad guys who are there to hijack the bus or something. I don't know.
Again, she has this whole fight scene with them with no powers.
Yeah.
She's never been trained by... I don't think she's been trained to fight anyone ever. She's just kind of fast and strong when she has her powers. And then eventually they're right by a yellow sun, so she gets spaced without her powers. And instead of just dying instantly the way somebody without powers would when they get sucked into the vacuum of space, she floats just far enough beyond the planet that the yellow sun starts to tickle her nose.
Dial her up like Wally when he's got his little solar panel out.
Yep.
All right, so what happens next is they get to the planet where the patriarchy is. Literally, it's the patriarchy. They get to the planet of the patriarchy, and Lobo is there, played by Jason Momoa, who is essentially, if you mix together Kiss and Leonard Skinner, that would be this character, I think. Is that fair, Marv?
Yes, and to be fair, I would also say that Lobo is actually pretty entertaining for all 5 minutes that he's on screen in this movie.
All 5 minutes. That's right. All 5 minutes.
I honestly think that they actually timed this out as they were putting the movie together, where they were like, okay, what is the point in time in which the audience is going to get fed up and be like, this movie's terrible, I'm going to walk out. And that's when they'll bring Lobo back in for a scene.
So I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to say that Lobo is actually a combination of Beetlejuice, Kiss, and Leonard Skinner.
Yep.
For all 5 minutes he's on the screen. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, 9-year-old Spasian, there she is. 9-year-old Spasian. She manages to take down a 400-pound man, chokes out a 400-pound man. She probably soaking wet is 70 pounds.
Oh,
and
you missed the fact that they went to the planet already, and there's a kryptonite sun.
Oh yeah, there's a crypto sun, but that doesn't matter because she sleeps through it, so it's okay. Nothing.
Yeah, because
it had no effect.
So the girl left to try to like get her stuff or to like help like find a way to save her because the green sun was killing her. All you had to do was wait for the green sun to go down and the yellow sun to come up. That's literally all you had to do. And her Supergirl costume, which has been gone for the entire movie because it was in her spaceship when Taserface Patriarchy stole it, is suddenly in the cave with her. And I don't know if I missed them getting the costume or bringing the costume or something like that.
No,
but
off camera, it's explained that off camera, Spasian girl packed it. She saw it and packed it just in case. Even though she doesn't know this girl from anybody, they've only interacted with each other for like 24 hours.
That makes no sense because
I know.
Because it's in the ship Like, it's in
Correct.
the ship when it gets stolen. I don't
Yeah.
think Spasian Girl was in it for 2 seconds where she didn't even know who Kara was. Why would she think to pack that?
But all of a sudden, Kara comes to life with the Golden Sun, and she takes down the patriarchy. The most ridiculous part of the movie is that when she is fighting the patriarchy, the underage brides escape, and the underage brides literally take hold of a machine gun and blast the patriarchy. The underage brides blast the patriarchy to save the day so that Kara and Spasian, 9-year-old Spasian Girl, can win. And then Kara will not let Spasian Girl get the final slash on the bad guy, and instead she does it after Spasian Girl walks away.
Yes, she tells her you don't want to become a murderer, and the girl walks away, and Kara then proceeds to murder
By
Taserface.
jabbifying him in 2 different locations to make it extra painful.
Yep. It
this
is- God.
Everybody, I want you to look. I'm gonna go through these screens. Okay, there's some red. Just look at. I want you to see the colors. Okay, because the same colors that you see. Oh, there's blue. That was brief.
I was really impressed to see that disco balls are actually technology that exists everywhere in the universe.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave it here. This is what the movie looks like.
Yep.
This is
Yep.
the movie.
It is like the how do I put this? People were like, "Oh, it looks like Guardians of the Galaxy." It's nothing like Guardians of the Galaxy in that
No.
it's basically like if you fed Guardians of the Galaxy into AI and said make this with Supergirl in it, that's what it would give you.
It is
Because
just very ugly.
yeah,
It is a very ugly film.
it's Guardians of the Galaxy written by a terrible writer.
Here's the other thing too. It also rips off that style in a way that is off-putting. So towards the end of the movie, Marv, they do the same thing that we've seen so many times now that it's gotten old. It's a trope where there's a fight scene and there's massive explosions, and they slow it down and they muffle all the sounds and they crank up some sort of song that doesn't fit the moment.
Yep.
You know,
Oh, they do that.
loving you is easy. You know, and then there's big explosions. They've done this so many times. It was clever back when Baby Groot is dancing to, you know,
Mr. Blue Sky.
Mr. Blue Sky. But it doesn't work anymore because we've done this now over and over and over.
And they do it in everything, dude. They did it in He-Man. They
Yep.
did it in they do it in everything. It's like the new the needle drop thing that they like to do for the song that doesn't fit. It's so obscenely dumb. How about the fact that in random dive bars in the middle of space, you have live singers who are singing Earth songs?
Yes. How about every alien is disgusting looking? Like there's not a cute alien. You know, it's not like in Star Wars where some aliens are ugly and some aliens are cute. Every alien is like just disgusting in appearance.
I legitimately believe that Kara Zor-El in this movie is irredeemable. She's terrible for the entire movie. She's just a horrible human being or a horrible person. And by the end of it, you think she's found it where she like gives this whole speech about not killing, and then she herself kills the guy.
Kills. Yeah.
So she's completely irredeemable. There's one moment where like you think so they only say Supergirl one time in the whole movie, Pro, and it's to have the conversation that I hate that comes up anytime Supergirl is adapted. It's the well, why is he called Superman and you're called Supergirl? Shouldn't
Right.
you be Superwoman?
Right.
It is this insane. Every female is either good or a victim in this movie, and every male is either terrible or is nerdy Superman who just gets dunked on every time he shows up.
Now, the other thing that really is just unpleasant about this movie is that Supergirl presents as like 14 or 15 years old,
Yeah,
even though she's nonstop drunk and acting just so awfully. But
they say she's 23.
it doesn't matter. She looks like she's 14 or 15. She looks that way.
Yeah,
And her little pal looks like she's 9. So when they are beating up on 400-pound giant alien men or breaking their arms in arm wrestling, it's silly.
when she has her powers, I'm more forgiving of it because that's Supergirl. right?
Sure.
But when she's on the Red Sun planet and doesn't have her powers, makes it a point to say she does not have her powers. She's just like everybody else. She's completely normal under a red sun, and she fights a guy who's the size of a hippopotamus. and not only like flips around him and beats him up and knocks him unconscious, but also takes a punch from him and like gets up laughing.
Oh yeah, yeah, and says something like, "Oh look, I'm bleeding."
Yeah,
like laughing about it because
Yeah.
you know that's how tough she is. It's amazing.
You know, the direction of the DCU. This is the direction of the DCU, and it's terrible because they double down on the thing that everyone who defended that stupid Superman movie screamed at me like, they're gonna undo that Jor-El thing, it's gonna get retconned, they're not
Nope.
gonna have that stand that he was sent there to conquer Earth. No, they double and triple down on it in this movie.
Yep.
And then they give the you can use your powers for good and be a symbol of hope and protect people speech. Kara's parents give that to her.
Right. Exactly. The other problem with the movie is it is unbelievable from beginning to end. And listen, I get it's a superhero, but it's really not a superhero film. It's like Mad Max. I would say it's Mad Max mixed with John Wick, but with little girls.
Yeah.
And I mean that, like little petite tiny girls. I mean, a 9-year-old Asian girl is running around destroying guys, and this, you know, Millie Alcock is not much larger. I don't know, how tall is Millie Alcock? Let's look that up real quick. Like how
She's gotta be like 5'2".
she looks tiny.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is her height right now? Hang on.
So while you look that up, I will also say
She's
like,
5'5". That is way taller than she looks. Okay,
Yeah.
but 5'5".
I will also say, I feel like James Gunn said to Anna Nogueira, who is the horrible writer that wrote this movie, I feel like he said to her, like, hey, you know what people really like? They really liked that joke in Infinity War where Iron Man called the one guy Squidward. So let's find a joke that's kind of like that and work that in there. And she goes, got it. I know exactly what you mean. And so Supergirl calls a guy Squidward.
Well, the writing is so bad in this movie. Just to let people know, the writing is so bad that at the end of the movie, there are certain things that have been said in movies back to the 30s that were said so many times that it's kind of like a, you know, it's a trope. It's a thing that you recognize, but you know you're not supposed to put them into actual movies anymore because it's just a thing, right? Like you would never put, here's looking at you, kid. Like you wouldn't do that because in the movie, she literally looks at Spasian Girl and says, so I guess this is goodbye. I was like, you actually wrote that?
It's
you actually
horrible.
put, so I guess this is goodbye? They don't know each other and they're crying. So I guess this is goodbye.
And they
They don't know each other.
And they never have a moment where like they form a bond. Because they have like the heartfelt, like, I want to be just like you, Kara moment. And I'm like, when did you want that?
When? And here's the other thing too. As I said, the movie's unbelievable from the very beginning to the very end, and that is using its own rules. Marv, we're in spoiler territory because I'm telling you folks, if you want to go see the movie, just turn this off and go see it and then come back and say, why didn't we listen?
Yeah.
Why didn't I listen to you? Marv, at the end of the movie, the whole point is they gotta get the antidote for the dog. Because the crazy patriarchy wears the antidote for the shot they put into crypto around their necks. Mm-hmm. Genius plan, by the way. Oh, yeah. So what happens? They put the syringe in the dog, and in 2 seconds, now he is at the edge of death. He's barely breathing. He's at the end of the 72 hours.
Under a red sun, too, so he doesn't have any super healing or anything like that.
They can't move him. They say you can't move him to a yellow sun because that'll kill him for some reason we can't explain, but you can't do that either. And so they jab him with the syringe, and in 2 seconds, he is fully healed and jumps up. It's like some sort of cartoon from the 80s. It's like it feels like a writer said, who cares at this point? It doesn't matter. We got to wrap the movie.
I would like to point out that James Gunn said that the problem with modern superhero movies is that the scripts are all terrible, that the screenplays are all bad, and so he will never do a DC movie unless the script is airtight. And the reason that this was the second movie out the gate was because this script was so exceptional that it required no additional work. And I'm starting to realize that James Gunn and I have very different opinions on quality. And because my first thought was, well, if that's the criteria, then what's going on with the Batman movie with Brave and the Bold? Because that's still in the writing process. I can only imagine he must have sent the script back multiple times. And I'm realizing what it is. They probably keep turning in a Batman movie. And he doesn't want that.
Listen, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Millie Alcock, she's not the person to play this character,
No, she's miscast.
but she's doing her best. I'm gonna say, Marv, this is the script from the very beginning. This is not a movie that should have ever been made. I can't imagine pitching. One, I can't imagine pitching this, and two, I can't imagine that it was ever accepted. But I can't imagine ever pitching, hey, let's do a Supergirl movie where she is going to take on the patriarchy, who is capturing underage brides, but she's not doing it to save them. She's doing it because she just wants to get the antidote for her dog. And she's going to do all of this on a redneck planet somewhere that has no consequence whatsoever to anything outside of this film.
What this movie should have been, if they were like, Marv, pitch a Supergirl movie that's going to introduce her to the DC universe. I'm like, okay, it's got to be a movie centered on Earth. And the movie has to have Supergirl fall in love with Earth. It has to be where she starts to see Earth as home, and she lets go of her grief over Krypton. But then again, this Supergirl has also never been on full Krypton. She was only on Argo City ever when it was floating in space. It has to be a movie where she realizes that Earth is worth protecting and becomes a hero. She never becomes a hero in this. In the end, she decides she's going to stay on Earth. I don't understand why. That motivation just isn't
Who knows?
there. She even has that moment at the end with the villain where she like grabs Taserface and she's like, I don't think we've ever been officially introduced. I'm like, oh, she's about to say I'm Supergirl, and she doesn't. She says I'm the bee whose dog you shot.
That's right.
I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm like,
yeah, and it's just I forgot something though, Marv. Not only does Supergirl pee on camera.
yep.
Okay, now not off camera. You
hear
listen
it,
to
too.
it. You see her sitting there on the toilet. You see, anyway, not only does she pee on camera, not only does she vomit purposefully on camera. I didn't realize, I had forgot about this, Marv. She eats crap
Yeah.
on camera.
And says it tastes like, and they don't F-bomb, to James Gunn's credit in this movie. They actually don't F-bomb, but they say everything else.
But she actually, so she pees, she vomits, and she eats feces. We may get kicked off YouTube, but she does. There's a slug that drops turds out of its butt
we did
in a
whole
gas
article
station, and
covering
she
this,
sits.
yeah.
But I didn't know in the movie that she gets a bucket of it and she sits there and she eats it.
Of course she does. Seth Rogen eats it too.
Yeah. Okay. So that's also IRL. Marv, I want to go to this though, because Angry Joe and a few others, but I don't think there's going to be many. They are losing their careers over this film. I want to play the video, and then of course this has gone everywhere, and he is losing his mind, ripping anybody who mocks him for this. But here's Angry Joe.
I am looking forward to it, and I hope it does well. Please go out and support it. Please go out and support it. Go out and support your boy, okay? You go out and watch the movie, you're supporting what your boy likes and making
then
me
he hated
happy,
it.
okay? Go out and support it. Go out and support your boy, okay? You go out and watch the movie, you're supporting what your boy likes and making me happy.
What'd you say, Marv?
And he hated it.
Yeah, but he's still shilling for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Warner Brothers makes no bones about the fact that they reward the shills. I mean, like, Disney at least tries to hide it. But I mean, like,
why would anybody though, Marv? Why would anybody lose their credibility and damage their channel for this movie? For this movie,
I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, I didn't understand people that were sticking up and screaming about the Superman movie. I thought that was also garbage, but that's far less garbage than this. I mean, the other thing is, I also realized my problem with this James Gunn Superman. He's not inspiring. Every time you see him in this, he is falling over himself. He's stammering. He's constantly having to do the self-aware, like, oh, I'm talking too much, aren't I? Or why am I just talking louder?
He's a dummy, and he's barely in the movie. He's just a dummy.
Yeah, every time he's the only male in this that's not a turd. And but every time he's on screen, she dunks on him. Like when he calls her in the beginning and it's just kind of like, hey, like just want to see when you're coming back. She's so aggressively mean to him that I'm like, Superman's not taking that. I'm sorry.
I was trying to get a picture of Lobo on the screen. Now, there is one image in the trailer just so people can see. It really is Beetlejuice, Kiss, and Leonard Skinner combined together. But he's barely in the movie. I mean, he's just almost completely out of it.
And he's completely like you could take him out, and it makes like he means nothing to the film.
Nothing. And here's the other thing too, Marv. The biggest moment that he has, Jason Momoa has, honestly. Now, folks, listen to me. Okay? Pro's going to talk to you. This is for real. The biggest moment that Jason Momoa has in this film is watching and applauding the 9-year-old girl choke out a 400-pound prison guard. Mm-hmm. She jumps on his shoulders with her handcuffs and chokes out a 400-pound, 7-foot-tall man as a 70-pound, 9-year-old Spasian girl. And that's the biggest moment he has, is he sits there and goes, "All right, I knew you had it in you, see?"
Absolutely.
What
terrible.
a movie.
Absolutely horrible. There's no meaningful interaction either between Supergirl and Lobo. Like when they talked about this movie originally, it was it's a buddy team up in space between Supergirl
not in the
and Lobo.
movie.
He's barely in the movie, and they only interact to call each other ditzes, or like give he's barely in it. Like if they had actually made this, if instead of it being like her and the little girl, if it was her and Lobo, that might have actually been cool.
Okay, so we've had really good movies this year, Marv, and those reviews have gone completely the opposite way. Mm-hmm. But for this movie, before we give the review score and before we read the super chats, Marv, I need you to come up with one thing that's positive about this film.
They didn't form a communist utopia in the end. That's literally the benchmark for failure for these movies after Animal Farm. But if I were to be serious about it, one positive thing about this movie, when the 5 minutes that Lobo was on screen, he was cool enough where I was just like, yeah, I'd watch more of him.
Okay. I'm still struggling.
I couldn't believe why, like, are you so much younger than him? About 8 years. Oh, well, then why is he Superman, but you're Supergirl? Like, because Kara Zor-El is supposed to be a teenager. That's why she's Supergirl. But they can't have her be a teenager and also sexualize her the way that they need to.
Well,
that's why in the
drink.
CW show she was an adult.
Have her drink all the time.
Yeah.
I am actually struggling. This is the problem. It's not as bad as Animal Farm, and it's not as bad as one other film. What was the other film I said was worse than this?
Which film did you?
Animal Farm's worse. Disclosure Day's worse.
Yeah, okay.
Slightly.
I didn't see Disclosure Day. So.
This. So what I'm struggling with here, Marv, is I'm trying to think of something that's positive about the film. It's mediocre. But I can't think of anything that I actually enjoyed in the movie.
Pro, you know my feelings on Zack Snyder. They're pretty well documented. You know that I have constantly said that I hate Zack Snyder and I hate the Snyderverse with a fiery passion. I would rather have the Snyderverse back at this point if it meant getting rid of James Gunn.
So I'm being honest here. There's not a single thing I liked about this movie. There are things that are tolerable and there are things that are bad. I honestly, I mean, I'm racking my brain. There's not a song that I liked. There's not a scene that I liked. It wasn't offensive. Animal Farm offended me. Animal Farm was bad. Disclosure Day was so stupid that it offended me. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing in this movie that I liked. There's not a single thing that I can think of that I liked. So, and I've really sat here and thought of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there are things that are average, but I guess I could say the opening graphics were okay.
The opening scene of this movie, when the Taserface gang goes to the Spasian girl's house, and they basically do the opening scene of Rogue One, but not nearly as well because they don't think you're smart enough to understand what's going on. So they have to spoon feed you every little thing.
They spoon feed everything in this movie. They really, even like Superman when she lands on the planet and she can't speak English, and he continues to talk in English, and he knows she can't speak English, and you know that he knows. But it's not just that he's a moron, it's that he has to provide exposition to the audience. Mm-hmm. The script is so dumb that he needs to explain to the audience. So he keeps speaking in English when it makes no sense within the world.
And if I may borrow a phrase from our spectral friend, it gets worse because Anna Nagira, who wrote this movie, who, when people were freaking out about the fact that they gave the Supergirl movie to a woman with no credits, essentially, and everybody was like, this is not going to be good, James Gunn lambasted the internet in her defense. This movie is as terrible as it is, the script is as bad as it is, and she is writing Wonder Woman and Teen Titans for the DCU.
It's got to stop. Paramount Skydance has to stop this. This is...
Because he won't. James Gunn will not.
Right. James
Gunn will not alter a single plan based on your feedback, people.
Just
not one.
Look at this screen capture we have right now, folks. Look at the color. Look at their faces. Mm-hmm. This is the movie. This is Supergirl who looks like she's 14 or 15 with a girl who looks like she's 9, literally fighting 400-pound taser-faced patriarchy guys who are taking underage brides. That is the movie. And they go in and they just decimate these, ginormous men. It's not just Supergirl. It's the tiny little Asian girl. It's unbelievable. The whole thing is unbelievable and it's silly. It is a relic of 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. Still coming out today. That's what it is. It is Ghostbusters 2016 with a cape. So, Marv, I said we hit Super Chats, then let's give our review scores. You ready?
Sounds good.
Here we go. Folks, we've got about 1,200 of you joining us tonight, and if that's 1,200 people we can convince to not waste 2 hours of their life on this movie, folks, I think we've had a great day today. I rate specialist for 2 for the Wilton only Rings of Power watch party. You really want that? You really do? Night of Dango, member for 16 months. James Gunn tried ripping off the Asari.
So the Asari are a race in Mass Effect. I'm not exactly sure when he would have done that. But I wouldn't put it past him.
We've got Juliet for 2. Like, subscribe, and share. Good to see you out there, Juliet. Mm-hmm. Truly. Archer Merchant for 2. But who does Gunn's wife romance with this time?
I think that's it. So I did an entire 20 minutes one time on the fact that James Gunn just really, really wanted John Cena to bed his wife in Peacemaker.
So weird.
I made the point that his director's chair was in the corner for that scene.
2 penny. What? Marv, there's a history of that with James Gunn. 2 penny puppet for 2. Even Lobo with that terrible makeup job on his face. I think he's wearing a bodysuit too, like The Rock.
Me too.
That's not. It's so. Everything is off-putting in this movie. Rowan of Strata for 5. So, did James Gunn partner with John Waters for this movie or what? Good grief!
It's bad, man. I mean, James Gunn did not write or direct this, but I think that James Gunn was very involved in the direction of this film because, from what I have heard, that Marvel always gets crapped on by a lot of the creatives because they say that they hold your hand and they make you make their movie. Apparently, they just make you make James Gunn movies if you're working on the DCU.
I can tell you that when Supergirl saves, like Indy saves the kids in the Temple of Doom, Supergirl saves the underage brides who are going to be bedded by these giant patriarchy men. And they come across like they're 14, 15, right, Marv? They're
the child brides? The child brides look more like they're 12.
Okay. And they're all in little gowns.
Nightgowns,
not wedding gowns, nightgowns, and they're dirty and all this kind of stuff. She rescues them. And within seconds, these little girls who, I can't believe they put this in the movie, but these little girls, this is at the end of the film, these little girls take hold of machine guns and start shooting, and they save Supergirl. And I literally laughed. I mean, I'm sitting there, I couldn't help it. I just went, I mean, it was one of those like just silly laughs because I was like, you can't go anywhere beyond this. Like a 12-year-old girl in a dirty nightgown who is about to be, has jumped in a machine gun turret and is blasting the patriarchy. Like, you couldn't be more on the nose with your metaphors. You know, like,
Nerdrotic said that he said, you know how many people in my shop that were women that were buying Supergirl comic books? 0. Yeah. Supergirl is not a female franchise. It never has been.
Just unbelievable, you know, that somebody had the nuance, you know, the ability to say to themselves, you know what would be clever? Mm-hmm. If one of our underage brides who escapes leaps into a machine gun turret and lays waste to the patriarchy. Won't that be just a subtle nuance? We've got
to give the child brides their agency back, Pro.
The alien. What? No, Marv, it's worse. All the creatures that we're experiencing, except for Spasian Girl and Supergirl, are disgusting, nasty alien things with gills on their faces. But all of this preteen brides are human brides of every race and nationality from Earth. I didn't realize this until right now. That's exactly right. Every creature where, you know, it looks like, you know, genitals on their faces and stuff, like just oozing, gross, nasty things. But the teenage preteen brides, they're all just little humans. Oh boy.
100%. None of them are aliens at all. None of them.
Oh, wait a minute. We got to Rowan Estrada for 5. John Waters or Lloyd Kaufman. Then again, that's an insult to Lloyd Kaufman. Mm-hmm. Oh, caveat ties for 2. Gunshots fired. This review is a Lobo. How Lobo can we go? Liquid Fox 85 is gifted a pro membership, and I love that avatar. Yep. Play on the Jurassic Park avatar. Yep. Very cool. Bald Hoplite for $4.99. According to Rob on Celeb Heights, Millie is 5'2". His side is accurate. Google goes off of Celeb's height, claims she looks 5'1", 5'2". So that
5'2" is my guess.
She is tiny. I mean, she is tiny, and that's why she comes across. You know, it's not her fault. But this is not the right casting.
Imagine if this was a movie about Supergirl having to like come to terms with life on Earth and adopt a new planet and find a new home, and the theme of the movie is home and like you know, family and home and connecting with the only family you have left, which is your cousin, and trying to like learn about each other and teach him about Krypton while you learn about Earth. And she was played by Sydney Sweeney. This is $1 billion movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but the problem is, and this is not her fault. This is casting. She looks like a little gymnast. That's the problem. She looks like a little horse jockey.
She looks like a teenage version of James Gunn's wife.
She looks like a little dirty-haired, you know, 15-year-old who needs to take a bath. And everybody in this movie needs to take a bath.
She looks filthy for the entire movie. Like
on purpose. But there's about 30 minutes where she's covered in vomit because she forces herself to vomit to win a fight. Yeah. And so she's got vomit on her for the, you know, next however long till she gets the green sun, and then the green sun, I guess, makes her clean up after
the green sun is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and people were like, it was in the comics, Mark. I'm like, yes, there have been bad comic books.
Right. Caveat to, by the way, everywhere they go now in this movie, they name the kind of sun. Is it a yellow sun? Is it a red sun? Is it a green sun? Is it a blue sun? Everywhere we go, got to tell you what kind of sun is next to it. Caveat ties for 2. Here's looking at you, Squid. That would be better.
That would have been better.
I would have liked a calamari joke. Let's see here. Christian Jedi Knight is dropping 10 WDW Pro memberships. That is so kind of you. And that will go very far, folks, for helping 10 more get in through the door for all of that member exclusive content that is on the way next week. Thank you. And folks, if you got one of these memberships, make sure to say muchas gracias to Christian Jedi Knight.
Please, sir, may I have more pro memberships?
What?
God bless us, everyone!
Speaking of gifted memberships, Jeff Patton is coming in with 5. That's Cinco. Thank you so much. And we've got Mike D as well. Gentlemen, that means it's time to release the shills.
Oh, yeah.
At least that's what I hear.
Wait, what?
Let's go.
Jabba, right?
Oh no!
It's a Sarlacc.
Star Wars Outlaws pre-order available now.
Guys, this is one of, if not my most anticipated game of the year. Anything that's got me going pew, 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 you know, sign me up.
I gotta say, the concept of this is enough for me to go, I might even pre-order this.
Might even pre-order. Can you imagine wiping out your channel for this kind of stuff? That's what these people do.
Yeah, they kill their credibility.
BP 59 2000. Wait, I'm sorry. BPE 59 2009 for $20. BPE, if you meant to send in a message with that, let our mods know and we'll take care of that for you.
That's the BPE. That's the BPE special. $20 and no message.
That's the way. Rhoda Strata for 5. Going to be honest, speaking of Angry Joe, who from the channel Awesome Days is still doing well? Genuine question.
I don't know enough about that to weigh
Monday, Tuesday, Awesome Days. Wednesday, Thursday, Awesome Days. We've got Archer Merchant for 2. Supergirl, only crypto would have done better. Mm-hmm. Not if it's Millie Alcock. You. Kayla for 5. I have said it for 35 years of my life. Never underestimate the power of stupid.
Nope.
They will always say, hold my beer. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think, are there worse superhero films than this one, Marvin?
No, this is worse than the Marvels. It's worse than Captain Marvel. It's worse than The Flash.
Yeah, you're right. It's worse than all of those. Wait a minute. Hold on. What about which one had bat nipples? Was that Batman Forever?
Oh, this is way worse than Batman Forever and Batman.
Yeah, you're right.
You could at least have some fun with those because they're so campy. Like you can chill out. Like you could still like get some fun out of that. The only ones that might be worse than it, and I don't know because I've never seen them, are the Sony Spider-Man villain movies with the Kraven and the Madam Web and the Morbius. But even then, there was some fun to be had with Morbius for making fun of it.
Okay, but wait. So do we count Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies as superhero films?
I wouldn't. But
I mean, because I would count the first one, the first TMNT. I count that as a superhero film, and I think it's
it's the best of all
wonderful.
Time. Yeah, I mean, this is
Turtles.
worse.
Turtles 3 might be, maybe no, where they go to Japan.
Are you about to say a bad word about Turtles 3 in front of me?
Backing off. Michael, what was the Michael Bay second one? I don't know. It's really a struggle to come up.
Turtles 3 would have been perfect if when they went back in time, they had to fight the original Shredder from like an ancient version of the Foot Clan. I don't understand why they didn't do that.
And if Jim Henson had still been in charge of the Jim Henson Company and stuff, those costumes were not good.
I do love that movie though.
But folks, to understand how bad this is, we're literally sitting here trying to think of any superhero film that's worse than this.
The Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movies are better than this because they at least had some like fun action. Like I could go back and watch like the Splinter versus Shredder fight from the first Michael Bay movie and still get some enjoyment out of it, or watch them fight Krang in the second one. I can't. There's not one action sequence in this movie that I would go back and watch.
All right,
just like I could go back to The Flash and rewatch the Michael Keaton scenes and get some enjoyment out of that. There's nothing in this movie that's good.
All right, so here are I've got a list of the worst superhero films of all time. Let me throw these at you, Marv, and you see, is Superman 4? Do you even remember Superman 4?
It's better than this.
Okay. RoboCop 3.
Better than this.
Madam Web.
Didn't see it.
Madam Web's better than this, I'll tell you.
Okay, it's got Sydney Sweeney in it, so I think it's better by default.
Okay. Birds of Prey.
Better than this. Birds of Prey actually wasn't bad.
The most recent Venom.
Better than this.
That's it. Rowan of Strata for 10. I can recommend a palate cleanser if y'all are in need of something wholesome. I promise. Uma Musume Cinderella Grey. If you like underdog stories, it's good.
I do like underdog stories. That's why I love The Sandlot.
I hope I got that pronunciation right. We've got, let's see here, Rian Schinabarger.
Oh, and by the way, if you like underdog stories also, I have a movie recommendation, Little Angels, starring Dean Cain.
There you go.
Basically Mighty Ducks, but with girls soccer.
One positive about the movie, eventually the credits roll and you'll never have to see it again.
I'll
never watch it again.
I will never voluntarily sit through this again. If my wife was like, I want to see this movie, I would be like, well, figure out how to do that by yourself.
Yep.
Like,
John Maynard for $4.99. Marvin, I posted the message in the tweeter to the stream that you support bringing back the Snyderverse.
okay, well, we're taking this out of context now.
Oh, wait, wait a minute. Batman versus Superman.
Better than this. Everything in the Snyderverse is better than this.
Ooh.
No,
Okay.
that's it. Has
Wonder Woman 2.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Like that one, too close to call. I mean,
We found one. We found one. It took us a while.
yeah, Patty Jenkins may have done it.
The Marvels is better than this, though.
The Marvels is better than this. Yes.
Yeah. Cervantes. Wait, bodily expulsion was a literal plot point. Oh yeah, yeah, and she doesn't win the fight unless she does it.
Yeah. No, and it's not even just like she's drunk and she like throws up. She has to like pull the trigger.
Yeah,
Like,
she purges.
yeah.
Yeah. Staccato for 10. Pro, glad to see you're still alive. Staccato, it was a close one, man.
It was.
You know what, though? Okay, here's the thing. To get to the lowest scores that I'll give, you actually have to offend me. This movie did not offend me. It's stupid, but it was not Disclosure Day bad. It was not Animal Farm bad. It was not Garbage Pail Kids bad. It was not Rainbow Bride and the Star Stealer bad. It was not Artificial Intelligence from 2001 bad. But there's nothing fun about it. There's no reason to go back and watch it. There was nothing enjoyable about this movie whatsoever at all. But it didn't. I didn't watch it and say, "Oh God, get me out of here." And I've done that before. There have been movies where I've said, "Let me leave. I don't want to be here anymore." Oh, here's a great one, Marv. Which one's worse, Supergirl or Tron Ares?
I didn't see Tron Ares.
They're both completely unenjoyable. That's what makes this hard. They are both completely and totally unenjoyable from beginning to end. We've got caveat times for 2. What about Fantastic?
Four stick. Yeah.
Four stick.
It's been a long time, but I was not as offended by that as I was by this movie.
I got to say, though, a special thank you to Staccato. Staccato, good to see you out there.
Yeah, man.
All right, Marv, it's time. We got to give a review score for this thing. So what say you? What do you give to Supergirl from James Gunn? It's the second film in DC, and it might be the canary in the coal mine that says this sucker is over.
1.
Oh, come on.
Yep. No, Animal Farm got a 0. Animal Farm got a 0 out of 10. This gets a half a point for Lobo, and it gets a half a point for not ending in a communist utopia.
So I've seen worse films that are painful to watch. I'm going to give this a 3. This is a 3 out of 10. It's slightly better than Disclosure Day because Disclosure Day actually offends me. Not in a religious sense, but like just the script is so stupid.
So
stupid.
You have to understand the level of DC fan that I am. This offends me.
Yeah, okay. I got that. Supergirl, you can see, folks, I've got this on the on Critic List now, giving it a 3.0, 30%. A dirty, drab, dank journey through the color of rust. Did you ever want to see Supergirl vomit and pee in the same movie? Check. A teenage presenting Supergirl tags along with a 10-year-old Asian sword girl to rescue child brides enslaved by Mad Max patriarchy Scotsman on a planet that is always brown. Luckily, Jason Momoa is there to do a Beetlejuice Kiss Leonard Skinner fusion in case the movie gets too boring, and it does. In the end, they save the CGI dog, but they lose any remaining James Gunn DC fans. It's a weird slog through an unbelievable and unpleasant world. That's the review.
Mix this with that Superman movie, with Peacemaker Season 2. Ooh. That's the state, and I would say Creature Commandos, but nobody saw it. That's the state of the DC universe under James Gunn.
Well, nightmare level is what we are in now.
The Universal Monsters shared universe did not launch this poorly.
Yeah. So that's why then, Marv, I want to ask you about the box office here. Because I think the first weekend is going to do whatever it's going to do. People have got their tickets. I don't think it's going to get any extra. But in terms of what this does going beyond. I think first weekend it's going to land somewhere around 38 million. I bet that domestic is bigger than international. So I bet 70 million worldwide is about where this thing goes. And then I think it's dead. I think the word of mouth will kill this movie, and it's dead.
Well, remember, this is not a movie for kids.
No, kids can't go see
It's
this.
not appropriate for kids in any way, shape, or form. From the language to the things to the things that happen throughout the course of the story, with all the drinking and all of the debauchery, essentially. Like it's not fun for kids either. So yeah, no, like Minions versus Monsters is going to wipe out the family. Any family audience it might have had, but it's not even going to have that family audience. I don't think it's first weekend. I'm with you. I think 38 million is kind of where I'm calling it for, though now they're saying as low as 34 million. So I might say 35 million. Though I feel like that might be a bit of a stretch.
So if it's 70 worldwide, and let's say it's going to have 2.5 legs, which I think is generous, that would put it at 141, do the math, pro, 175? That would mean this movie doesn't make $200 million.
Yeah.
Global box office.
What
and
was Snow White's opening weekend?
This movie needs like a 500 to break even. Snow White's opening weekend?
42.2 million was Snow White's opening weekend.
Oh, Snow White's going to beat it.
This could open lower than Snow White.
Yeah, without even adjusting for inflation. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's likely it will open lower than Snow White.
Snow White
and it
global
should.
Box office was...
Snow White's a better movie.
Yeah, it is. Snow White's global box office was 205.68 million. I don't think this makes that.
What was the global final tally for Snow White?
205.68.
No, see, it's going to be sub 200. So this is going to be a shock to the system, to the point that James Gunn will be on the run. Everybody knows he's on the hot seat now, like it's over. He's got Man of Tomorrow and all this stuff about announcing these silly little animated shows that they've been working on for a year.
A Joker anime. They just got perfect.
Yeah, this is we're at the end. The Ellisons who are buying Warner Brothers are not going to put up with this.
No.
This is the case of Zaslav not paying attention to this because he was busy getting the stock price up as high as he could.
I don't think it was that he wasn't paying attention. I think there's nothing anyone could do. I think James Gunn has a contract that states that he's allowed to do whatever the heck he wants.
Well, what the heck he wants is destroying his career and making a mockery of the whole franchise. I mean, this is terrible.
He is making movies for himself to enjoy. He is.
Here's how bad it is, folks. Just so you know, I mean, we're not just laying it on thick tonight. The Hollywood trades have a job. Okay, let me explain this. There are magazines, and then there are trades. The trades speak on behalf of the studios. They tell the rest of Hollywood what is the orthodoxy that you're allowed to say at the water cooler, because Hollywood is run like a little commune, and you're told what it is you're allowed to believe. You don't think outside of what you're allowed to believe. And so the trades that's their job. They tell that. The trades essentially get all kinds of info from the studios. They're spokespeople for the studios. So there's Variety, there's Deadline, there's the Hollywood Reporter. Variety says this, okay? Variety is calling it this way. And this is by Owen Gleiberman. Supergirl review. Millie Alcock takes charge in a dystopian superhero movie so flat, it's super horrendous. It's got a terrible script and a punk rock attitude of corporate pretension. By the way, this is the patriarchy, man. This represents the patriarchy. Right.
Taser taker.
He's about 6'5" and covered in little metal balls. And here is Millie Alcock, who is 5'2", probably. And she and her little 4'7", 70-pound Asian sword-bearing girl, they take this guy down. And it doesn't matter if they're superpowers or not. Everybody's got superpowers at that point. But when the trades are saying that, Marv, what that means is that the trades are done with James Gunn too. There's like this is official now. They're making sure that Hollywood knows it's okay to say it's not working.
What's amazing to me is that you notice that all of the Access Media rhetoric in this was, oh, well, Millie Alcock's great, but the movie's terrible. So like they got marching orders from somebody to be like, you could trash this movie, but you can't trash her because we have plans for her in the future.
I don't know what the plans are. She's supposedly locked down for 2 more films. I only think she's going to get 1 because I think that James Gunn is done.
Yeah.
But who else is going to hire her? What'd she do?
The person that I feel the worst for in all of this is David Cornsweet, sucks. Dude has it in him to be a really good Superman, and he's never going to get the chance. Just like I felt like Henry Cavill, he could have been the greatest Superman of our time, just never had the script that actually let him be Superman.
I'm trying to find.
You know, Gary said on X the other day, he was like, so Henry Cavill getting fired by James Gunn was the ultimate dodging a speeding bullet, and he's 100% right.
I was trying to find the absolute terrible interview that Millie Alcock just did. I can't find it.
Which one? There've been
here,
a bunch of them.
They've all been terrible. How about this?
Is it one of the ones that we covered?
No, just this represents, I think, Millie Alcock's future in Hollywood. I don't know what she's going to do. She has proven she is absolutely terrible at marketing. Now she's fine in the movie. But she has proven she is terrible at marketing. So her marketing skills might actually be as bad as the script in this.
Yeah, it is. Look, as a DC fan, I want good DC movies. I really do. We just can't get them because people can't get out of their own way. It's just
it should be easy.
It should be easier than Marvel.
Batman movies are like. How could you fail with a Batman movie?
You know what? We were talking about this on the M4cast where I was like, we're at a point where like everyone's like, oh, well, you've already done everything. Every Batman story's already been told. No, you've barely scratched the surface of Batman on screen because you just all keep telling the same stories over and over and over again. We've never had, outside of Joel Schumacher, we've never had Batman finding a 14-year-old Dick Grayson and training him and forming the Bat family. Like, we've never had that on screen. So why don't you try to do that?
Anything would be better than what we're getting right now. All right, folks, let's get back to the Super Chats, though, because it's where this show is at. You all are the superstars. We know it. We'll show it. Here we go. Highlander, there can only be one for $20. El 20. Make Lauren watch this. Oh, no. Highlander, buddy. What are we doing here? There's cruelty.
Everybody's obsessed with, like, making Lauren suffer.
And then watch Highlander 2. I mean, let's pick a poison. Frankly,
2, by the way, Highlander 2, better than this movie.
Better than this. I think Lauren would watch Highlander 2 before he would watch Supergirl. Fair?
Yeah.
And it's been a long time. It's been a long time since we got to do this. Highlander, let's play the clip for the first time in forever. We've got Cyrano out there as well. Cyrano, good to see you, and you know it. We'll show it. This one's yours. Is it the greatest name in YouTube? Well, it just might be. Burnt Toast Space Girlfriend for $1.99. Power to the Niners with a nice little heart. Oh no, is that Kylo? Cyrano says for $5, in the words of the great Jordan. Oh, Jordan. I was like, who is this Jordan and what has he said?
He's apparently great.
You know what? I can't do it better than the goat can.
Stop it. Get some help.
And if you think that Kobe, or if you think that LeBron is the greatest of all time, no, it's always MJ. Every day it's MJ. Mm-hmm. Nobody comes close to MJ.
What I always say is I have watched 3 basketball games in my life. The day Michael Jordan retired, the day he came back, and Space Jam. And I had a Michael Jordan poster in my room when I was a kid.
There you go. To give you an idea of how good Michael Jordan was, when he came back and played for the Wizards when he was like 39 years old, mm-hmm. he had a torn ligament in his knee and could barely jump. That was something that happened early in the season. And he still was, I think, the 4th or 5th most efficient player on the court in the NBA that season with one leg. Mm-hmm. I mean, just insane. Cyrano for 2, so no Creature Commandos movie. No. I'm going to say that this thing's going to wind down. Mm-hmm. It's going to wind down. I mean, you can't put out movies this bad. This makes Mandalorian and Grogu look really good.
And Mandalorian and Grogu is going to make more money than it. Of this He-Man, and I'm wondering if it's going to make more than He-Man.
Hang on, let me look. Let me check the He-Man numbers right now. That's a good question. The other reason this can't keep going on is because YouTubers are making movies now. I mean, we may make a movie at some point, but YouTubers are making movies, and YouTubers are making 100 times more than they invested in. So how in the world can you justify? All right, so He-Man right now.
Oh,
golly,
maybe not.
Golly,
that's terrible.
That's the flop of the year.
It really is. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do that bad.
Golly, I mean, just.
Mercifully, though, we might, if this is as bad and they do pull the plug, because it would have to be Amazon levels of doubling down to keep James Gunn in place at this point, when his contract is set to expire next year. Thankfully, we'll never get to James Gunn's Batman.
So, Masters of the Universe might actually be the biggest flop of all time, now that I'm looking at this, because it has a break-even of about 500. It's running up against movies like The Flash and Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. But they lost 300.
Yeah.
This is, golly, that's all I'll just say it over and over. It's like Gomer Pyle. I can't believe. I mean, that is awful.
But Amazon says that with their business model, it's actually going to be fine. But I don't believe it for a second.
No. And I'm sorry. I love Valiant. Was on the show the day that he said, hey, this is going to be okay. And I was like, okay, buddy. Yeah. 400 million in the hole is never okay. 400 million in the hole is a whole bunch of money to lose. But we're winning right now with Solstice Studios, who is on the list to get a new clip. Folks will be working on those real soon. Solstice, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
A blindfolded half-court shot that is now the talk of campus and beyond.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Did you see it?
Yeah.
Is that on tape?
Yeah.
You are kidding me.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Ka-chow. Ka-ching, ka-chow.
I always feel so good for that guy that sinks that shot.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
Quill Point, etc. out there for 10. Unless James Gunn has Kathleen Kennedy powers, he's in big, big trouble.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
I think he's got one more.
He is a well, Man of Tomorrow's going to bomb too, but he's a white male in Hollywood who already has one cancellation under his belt. He is as vulnerable as they come.
He has nowhere to go either. I don't think Marvel would take him after this.
Marvel 100% takes him back.
Would they take him though just to do like a Guardians thing again?
They'd probably give him like a Star-Lord movie or something like that.
They're desperate to get another Guardians. I know that 3's supposed to be the end, but beggars can't be choosers. Marvel needs something that can win, and Guardians is something that could win. Now
Marvel will 100% take him back, and he could even leave and claim the moral high ground that he didn't fail, because he could just say because he's such a TDS guy, he could just say that because of the Ellisons he didn't want to continue.
Yeah, I'm with you. Ron Estrada for 10, totally going to give Little Angels a watch, Marv. But I mean, given the success of Spider Noir, I wonder if a few years down the line, if The Shadow could get a decent comeback. Maybe. Great. That would be a really great idea.
I have not finished Spider Noir yet, but everything that I have seen thus far, I've loved.
I want a Rocketeer revival.
I don't.
Why?
Because it'll be Disney, and they're not going to do it right. It'll be a female.
Yeah.
It'll be the Rocketeer's daughter.
The Rocketeerette.
Yeah. It's just like everyone's like, oh, wouldn't a Gargoyles live action? I'm like, no.
Okay, I want somebody, without making any money on it, to make an AI redo of the Rocketeer.
Okay, cool.
And a good one. SpongeBoy Me Bob.
Oh, SpongeBob Me Bob.
SpongeBoy Me Bob. I get it.
For $10. I feel bad for Millie Alcock. I feel like she is young and people around her exposed her to an echo chamber that got her to say and do the wrong things. She was no Rachel Zegler.
I feel bad for her for a lot of reasons. I think she, based on the interviews that I've seen her give, Pro, and the body language and the word and the way she speaks, I think this girl might actually have some legitimate problems that need to be sorted out. So I hope she gets the help that, if she needs it, I hope she gets the help that she needs.
I think there's some stuff that she needs to stop having access to.
Yep.
How's that?
Hollywood is the land of excess, though.
Yep. And the excess is going to be a huge problem for her. Archer Mercher for 2, calling it now. Ellison, step in and delay it. Not Man of Tomorrow. Not Man of Tomorrow, though.
Yeah, no, they won't delay Man of Tomorrow. It's already filming. But the Ellisons, Saffron or somebody in DC just did a whole thing where they were like, oh, well, David Ellison had a whole meeting with Peter Safran and James Gunn, and he loves what we're doing.
We've got Synchronicity out there gifting 5 pro memberships. Thank you so much.
That's Aubrey Crown. Thank you very much, Aubrey Crown.
That's awesome. And then we've got Mo is out in the crowd. Mo Zamboni, the man, the legend.
Live and breathe.
For $6.23. Very specific.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of championships won and the number of the best. Whoa. Okay, hang on. Let me get my NBA analysis hat on here. The amount of championships won and the number of the best player of all time. Got to see him play at Chicago. He's agreed. Got to see him play at Chicago Stadium in 87 and United Center in 96 and 98.
Wow, Mo's old.
What's wrong with you? Mo's not old. He's vintage.
I'm kidding, Mo.
One of my favorite NBA memories is sitting. I was at the Atlanta Falcons game. Spurs came to play. It was a game where Manu Ginobili went off on them and scored more than 50 points. And I was sitting 3 rows back from the Spurs reserve players down there. Company had sent us over for reasons that one day maybe we'll talk about and what Pro did in the past. But so I was 3 rows back, and I and a buddy of mine, we figured out that the things we were yelling, because we were just yelling to have fun, that we were cracking up Bruce Bowen. Bruce Bowen, who is considered one of the greatest defenders of all time. And we just started ripping jokes nonstop. And we had him. And who is Big Shot Rob? What is Big Shot Rob's actual name? What is his name? The guy who played for a bunch of teams, got a bunch of championships. He always made it to the finals somehow, and always had like some winning shot, but he averaged 2 points a game. Who was that? You all are telling me out there. Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, I'm sorry. Robert Horry. That's right. Big Shot Bob. Robert Horry. We had Bruce Bowen and Robert Horry were sitting next to each other and cracking up as we cracked them up, and that was such a fun time.
My favorite NBA moment was when Michael Jordan jumped for this amazing slam dunk, but the Monstars grabbed onto him, and he actually stretched his arm. He
learned that from Dalsim. He studied under the school of Dalsim.
Yeah.
Yoga dunk, yoga slam. Oh, I tell you, bad jokes. All right. Marv, I do want to bring up briefly now. We're not going to make a whole segment out of it, but I want to give you a chance to respond to this.
Sure.
Have you seen this, Marv?
So I haven't seen the video yet, but it is. I'm familiar with it because Trevor wrote an article about it today on That Park Place.
Dolly Parton is taking on Buc-ee's. Let's play the video, folks. Buc-ee's, is the Beaver gas station. Dolly is taking on Buc-ee's with her own ginormous gas stations. Marv, you're a huge fan of Buc-ee's. I can't wait to hear what you think after we play the video.
Surprise appearance by Dolly, by the way.
I'm sure some of you wondering why I wanted a truck stop. Well, I couldn't leave it to Beavers.
I love her. Bless her. I love her. I couldn't leave it to Beavers.
I mean, I'm making the joke, but Dolly's in on it. Let me tell you.
I like it because it could also be a wholesome joke because she could be making a Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah, sure.
Reference there, like I couldn't leave it to Beavers.
How's everybody doing today out in that hot boiling sun? Anyway, I wanted to welcome all of you and say thank you for coming. We're very excited about our truck stop, the Tennessee and Travel Stop. And I just love the fact that I'm working with Greg, who's such a wonderful guy. The guy that's just talking, Greg Sachs here. Of course, he's had this place for a while, and he said, well, why don't we just go into business together? I said, I think that's a great idea because I've spent my whole life traveling on the road. So anyway, I wanted to welcome all of you and to say thanks. And I'm sure some of you are wondering why I wanted a truck stop. Well, I couldn't leave it to beavers. I had to throw my squirrely little self in there. So anyway, we're not trying to compete with anybody. We don't think we'll have to. We think we're going to have everything that you want or need. So thank you so much for coming. And we're going to cut the ribbon and make it a show.
So there you go. Dolly Parton is going versus Buc-ee's now.
They had said that she wasn't going to be there, and then she showed up. It was a surprise. Because I don't know if you've heard, she's not like, you know, she's holding it together, but she's not doing the best health wise right now. She's having some digestive issues, I believe.
Yeah, she said she had kidney stones.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, kidney stones once upon a time put your Pal Pro in the fetal position. Mm-hmm. I thought that I could make it. It was like 3 a.m. I woke up and I had never had kidney stones before. But buddy, when I woke up, I knew, based on what people had told me, I knew I had kidney stones. There was no doubt about it. And I thought that I could get to the medicine cabinet, you know, and I mean, just the pain was unbelievable. And I thought I can get to the medicine cabinet, and the medicine cabinet was in the kitchen. And I made it. I made it out of bed, and I made it. At the time, I was a bachelor. Now, I'm not a bachelor anymore, but at the time, this is many years ago, I was a bachelor. I made it halfway through the kitchen. And I thought, oh, God, if I could just, you know, I'm just like a little worm just trying to get, you know, please, I got to get to the Tylenol or something, you know, and I'm trying not to call anybody, you know, and beg for help, you know, I'm thinking I got to go to the hospital. But if I could just get to the medicine cabinet and get some pain reliever, you know, that would be a start. And I got up there, Marv, and I looked up, and I could see the medicine cabinet up there, and I was laying on the floor, Marv. I was laying there, 3 a.m, and I grabbed hold, and then I just, and I came down, and I just rolled up a little ball, this little pro ball, just rolled up, and I was like, I can't do it.
and then somebody hit a little clip that went jingle, jingle, jingle.
Perhaps. But I rolled up in my little fetal position ball, and I got my phone out. And at the time, I called my mother, and I said, and you know, she's like, hello? I was like, please send help. I've gone as far as I can go. I'm done for. Kidney stones, and maybe everybody else is different. I don't know. Kidney stones to me feel like the lower part of your back, just somebody taking their fist, and it's like, it's in your back. It's in your kidney, just boom. And it just, you know, it doesn't let up.
I mean, I drink a lot of water.
Yeah. So hate to hear that Dolly is suffering from kidney stones, and hope she's feeling better.
That woman is a treasure, and I'm supportive of anything that she does, and the food looked amazing. There were showers there apparently, and like laundry, and like that's insane. Like that's got more than Buc-ee's.
There you go. We'll see. We may have to make a trip over there and do a little report. Is it open now?
Yes, she cut the ribbon, so I assume it's open.
Where is it?
I knew this when I looked earlier in the day, and I don't remember.
Dolly Parton gas station. Location. Let's find out where this is.
It's in Tennessee.
Cornersville, Tennessee. Hang on. Let me click this.
Is that up in the
Cornersville? That's what I'm going to look for. Oh, actually, Marv, this is not far. This is not far from where you were when you were out in the middle of absolute nowhere.
Oh, when we went to the Jack Daniel's distillery?
Now, this is on the interstate, but yeah, when you went to the Jack Daniel's distillery and you're in the middle of nowhere, which is a story we'll tell another day. But she's on the interstate. So she's, if you were traveling between Birmingham and Nashville, which is not a very well-traveled interstate, I will say. That's, you know, there are interstates that get a lot of travel. That's not one of them. But hey, we wish her well. That would be really cool if she succeeds. All right, Mark of Reality for 5. YouTube won't let me super chat what I want. Please read my last chat.
Oh.
Now, hang on a second here. YouTube won't let me super chat what I want. Please read my last chat. Okay, oh my gosh. So, Mark, the problem here is we got to go back and see.
I see it.
Did you find it?
Yeah. 11:20.
Can you just read? Is it this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh, I see why I didn't let you read it. Okay. Let me read it since it's got that word on there. It says, I saw Supergirl today. Did you notice that they put the little girl in a burqa so they wouldn't take her for a wife? Yes, I did. And the bad guys were basically... so the bad guys are basically... So they're a combination of the group that you say, right, from the Middle East. They're also, I think, reminiscent of Scotsmen, and they're rednecks at the same time. I think that's the three groups that they lump together.
And Taserface.
And Taserface. Mark of Reality also became a YouTube member. Welcome aboard. Happy to have you. And we've got Wolverine. Marv, can you make the sound when the claws come out, please?
Snicked.
For 5 pro memberships.
You egg-sucking piece of gutter trash. We need rest. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised.
Sponge Boy Me Bob. Sponge Boy Me Bob for 5. This Dolly Parton clip sounded like something from The Simpsons. Will she be selling the Isotope Dog Supreme? Side note, kidney stones are no joke. Yes, I also, Dolly Parton has, people think that she has a Tennessee accent, but I think she has a Dolly Parton accent. I mean,
she does. It's its own animal.
It's its own thing. I don't even know how to do that accent. I would have to listen to her speech patterns and figure that out.
Thank you, SpongeBob.
Oh, nice Plankton.
Yeah, I do an all right Plankton.
I used to be able to do a SpongeBob. I don't know if I still can or not.
Get that Krabby Patty from you, Krabs.
No, Mr. Krabs. My boots, those blue.
Screw it. Not worth it for the night. All right, let's see. Jason Nelson is dropping 2. Proud new the M4 Empire member.
Hey, thank you.
Shout out to you both. Now there we go. There we go. And we've got Larwana Paladin for 10. A fellow paladin out there. Hubby was curled on the sidewalk at a community college. The ambulance took him to a heart hospital because of irregular heartbeat. I had a bad freak out. Well, we hope everything is okay.
Yeah, I would imagine so. That sounds terrible.
As I was reading the super chat, I thought that was going to turn into hubby was curled on the sidewalk at a community college. He had kidney stones, and I would understand that as well. All right, well, hopefully everything's okay, and they get the heart back into regular rhythm. And yeah, that would be absolutely wonderful. We don't want anybody out there to be having medical issues, especially not of a long-term variety. All right, Marv, we hit the Super Chat goal. So the last thing we're going to do tonight is we're going to take a look at the reviews that we've done here on the Pro Show and the Pro Channel and see if you agree with my scores. You ready?
Sure.
All right, here we go, Marv. Starting with the first one that we've got. I gave Supergirl a 3 out of 10. You gave it a 1 out of 10, but can we agree 3 out of 10 is an okay score?
It's an okay score, yeah.
All right, I gave Toy Story 5 a 7 out of 10, and the only reason I did so is because I'm recognizing it's a girl movie, and Woody and Buzz aren't in it. And I know that that's, like, if you ask me, is that a good idea? I would say no. But as a standalone movie, it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I didn't agree with that. I gave Toy Story, what did I give? I gave it a 4 out of 10.
So if you go into it with a expectation that it's going to be like the others, then I think it's going to be a bad movie. And I totally get that people do that and they score it that way. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just went into it and said, okay, if I forget all the other Toy Story movies, which I think are like 10 out of 10s or 9 out of 10s, what do I give this? And in a vacuum, and knowing that it's not a movie made for me. Like, I didn't enjoy the movie, but I also watched every woman in the theater around me like sob and then, stand up and applaud. I was like, okay, well, it's not a movie for me. All right, Mando, I gave a 5.5 out of 10.
I think I gave it around a 4.5 out of 10. So yeah, we're right about the same.
Sheep Detectives. Now, Wizard loved this movie.
Yeah, he did.
I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's a good movie, but I think it's very limited in who the audience is.
I gave it a.
Wiz says low rating. I hadn't even seen that until now.
Yeah, I gave it a 9. I think.
Well, I'm trying to be that winter lamb. Animal Farm gets a 1.5 out of 10. It's a horrible movie.
I gave it a 0. I don't give zeros, and I gave that a 0. It was the worst movie I've ever seen.
No, there's worse. Have you ever seen Artificial Intelligence by Steven Spielberg?
I don't think I did, but I know you said it's the worst movie you've ever seen.
Worst movie I've ever seen. It's awful. It's so awful. So that to me would be a 0 out of 10. All right, Michael. Michael, the person has issues, but this is a movie that does not stray away from that. I gave Michael an 8 out of 10. I think it's a fantastic film, and I think if they do a sequel, it's going to be very hard to do that.
I gave it a 9 out of 10, actually. I really enjoyed this film.
To Hoppers. Hoppers got a 4.4 out of 10 from me. I thought it was lackluster.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Yeah, very lackluster. Project Hail Mary is currently my best film of the year at an 8.5 out of 10. I love this movie.
I think for Project Hail Mary, I gave it either like an 8.5 or a 9. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Amaze. So far, the best movie of the year. And then Mario Galaxy, I gave a 7.3 out of 10 for that one.
I gave an 8 out of 10.
And Jonas told me I need to post more reviews.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I mean, I have more followers on Critic than you. Just, I do check periodically.
No, who's keeping score, right? So here's the bottom line, though, folks. I want people to see. We try to call balls and strikes. You might disagree with some of the scores we've given, but if you've ever heard that we're just negative, you can see that's not true. It's just that Disney has not been winning as of late, and Supergirl certainly is not winning as of late. But we call balls and strikes here, and that's how things are going so far this year. Monsters and Minions, we'll see how that is. I hope it's not a cash grab. 2 more super chats, and I got a question for you, Marv. Larwana Paladin for 2, it was kidney stones. Oh, well, that'll double you down anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
SpongeBob, me boy, for 5. My grandfather was ended by Stalin during the purges. I will never watch anything with Andy again. With Andy?
Andy? Like Toy Story Andy?
Or like...
Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis.
Oh,
From
yeah.
Animal Farm. Because
Tin
how
Four.
he did the turnaround.
Is horrible.
Yeah, I gave that a 0.
Yeah, and Andy Serkis, I can't explain some of these people. I can't explain Mark Ruffalo. I can't. It's so obvious to me, and the number of millions of deaths from the last century. You're either so low IQ that you can't understand it, or you don't care about humanity, or you're just evil. Maybe I don't know,
or you're a combination of the 3, and you're a host on The View.
Could be. All right, Marv, there was one more thing I was going to ask you, and now I dropped those 2 things, and it's... Whoa. Marv, did you hear about... not only are we getting a new Shrek, they're going to make a donkey origin movie now.
Yeah, that's the last thing we needed was a donkey movie.
But it's an instant billion, right?
It's definitely an instant success. I don't know if it's a billion.
Okay.
I think it all depends on how Shrek 5 does. Because
they're basically stripping Zendaya out of most of the movie. It looks like,
or at least out of the marketing for it.
Out of the marketing, it's gonna be about Shrek and Donkey again,
as it should be. It should always
as
be
it should
Shrek
be.
and Donkey.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us. We're getting out of here. But Marvin, man, that is a nice boulder. I like that boulder. Woo! Look at that.
That's really good.
I appreciate that. We don't drop that every day.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just realizing we used to have the clip of the boulder. We deleted the clip of the boulder.
Wow.
I feel badly about that now.
I feel badly about it too.
I can't believe we don't have the boulder clip
Maybe
anymore.
we can make a wish and Magical Girl Jonas will bring it back.
Magical Girl Jonas. All right, folks. That's going to be a wrap for us here. We hope you had a great time. We hardly ever say this, but I think at this point, we're telling you. Go at your own risk. Go at your own boredom to go see Supergirl. Waste your money if you wish.
Go see the Furious instead.
We're never going to tell you to boycott anything, ever. Not even Disney. That Wiz does it. I don't do it. But the bottom line is, I can give you about 100 better ways to spend your time than Supergirl. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, keep it real, and we'll see you real soon.
Commander Cody, the time has come, homie. Execute Order 66. I'm still alive, mother.
The mainstream media just can't understand how it is we continue to do what we do. They don't realize that we are powered by you, and you are...
1.21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts!
Folks, we've still got decades and decades left in the can. It drives the mainstream mad.
Would it make you feel any better if you knew that what we're asking Matt here to do is a holy thing?
You see,
We're on a mission from God.
We're on a mission from God.
Now you're gonna put me right back in the joint. They're not gonna catch us. We're on a mission from God.
So, folks, as we always say as we end each and every show here, and we mean it, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Every time they hit him, he stood back up again. So they hit him harder. Still, he got back to his feet. Standing man.